Howdy cowdies, weekly walkabout time at the collector, and we've got a cracker of an auction. Nice little gold fob medallions. This is a cricketer, a little sort of Australian coat of arms around him, the emu and the kangaroo. It's another nice little one here, nice little 9 carat gold ring, some nice train badges, some early Australian sort of silver currency, fantastic Art Deco Herald Touring Club Victoria car grill badge, like the little putt-putt boat, he's a ripper. Golden fleece plastic superwash concentrated detergent bottle over the back. 2 shell ones, 2 Singer oil ones. These little tin types in the album are pretty amazing. The album's from Sandridge or something like that. It's inscribed in the front. Cool little sterling silver photo frame of a sort of life preserver. Cool pair of nutcrackers. Little Odol tins, a little Russian tin over the back. It's got hammer and sickle and other sort of Russian marks. The little booklet in the bag is all sort of 1900 apothecary sort of bottle and jar decal labels, so you sort of got to wet the back of them to stick them on the jars, but there's some great stuff in there. Nice little autograph album with a little drawing of Rising Fast, Caulfield Melbourne Cups, 1954, and it's done by Joan Jackie or something like that, who looks to be the trainer of Rising Fast. Little Holden, it's a little petrol cap, lockable petrol capper for GDR XU1. More little shell tins. Some interesting photographs of guys on motorbikes. Little sort of Norman Lindsay magic pudding proof coin set. Some lovely old sort of Victorian toothpaste pot lids. More tins. Micro models Holden and a little Shell tanker trailer. Ladies Amiga watch. Nice gent Seiko watch. It's a good little box of goodies over the back there as well. Another lovely silver photo frame. Like this little bell with St. Christopher on it. Little bike bell with St. Christopher. Cool little thing. Some nice bits in the jewellery cabinet. Now what else have we got? Nice little display cabinet. Little cedar one. Queen Anne legs. I like this little sort of Victorian wall sort of cabinet or shelf. It's nice with the little sort of shaped sides on it there. A little sort of cupboard opens and closes nicely. Good little thing. What else have we got? Nice little Victorian ladies chair. The Maple & Co. Lovely little sort of dressing table. Duncan Goldfish oil painting. Got some more nice paintings in this week. Some comic book foldy cards. Interesting little lot of postcards and things like that. Some mobile footy cards with a footballer as well. Plays for Fitzroy, taking a bit of a specky. Nice little set of Peg Maltby prints in their original envelope. Costume jewellery, it's a good little lot of blokey gear, Zippo cigarette lighters and other ones, and cribbage boards and stuff. And these are nice little sort of brass doorbell presses. Cool little collection of boats. Kind of like little African Queen up the front. Good little thing. What else have we got? Cool big radio. Big boxes of CDs, big box of Duplo. Ladies' clothing and accessories. A funny little box of sort of blokey gear and other stuffs. DVDs, some nice ladies' coat, there's a ripper actually, and some nice sort of evening gowns or wedding dresses and stuff. It's a funny mixed lot of gear, including an Aura Care hearing aid optimization system. There you go, that looks like it there. And also we've got paintings by Bernard Smith. Group lot of sort of mixed modern household gear. Cricket, sort of sport magazines. This is a cool little doctor's kit. Little case with drawers and stuff in, all the original stuff's in there. Shit, now I can't close it. Nice little sort of brass pots. What else have we got? Oodles and noodles. Duracell Explorer lanterns. Ooh, little animal cage. Funny little bits and bobs in there. What else have we got? DVDs and cassettes and stuff. Big lot of fishing gear here. Heaps of tackle in the tackle boxes. This is a nice big 1980s Hooch and Ruther dinner set, tea set for I think for 12. Kind of like this little sort of 1970s chest of drawers. Little top sort of bits tilted back a little bit from the bottom. Little bedside to match it, but there's no branding on it. Looks a bit sort of My Heritage-y or something like that. Big box of linen and gear. There's Mark making it look like he's doing something. Group lot of stuff under the table. What else I've got? Like this little Art Deco sort of console radio. Just missing the It's got the dial there, but it's missing the guts of the radio. It's got a little original Monarch turntable. Cool little sort of slot out the side there to put your records in. I really like the front on it. Down the bottom there, those two little strips of orange plastic. Really cool. Alright, what else? A clock. A big bloody shelving system. There you go. A table that's upside down because the legs are broken off. Fishing gear and sort of magazines and stuff. Speedboat. Kind of like this little toy submarine, the exploration submarine, radio controlled. You can sit in the front of it. Cool little thing. A racer at the top as well, a Schwinn Madison racer. He's a ripper. It's only got a brake on the front. It's got sort of aerodynamic bloody rims and stuff like that. It's really light. Good thing. Alright, boxes of books again. Stuff. I know it's pretty dark. Tools. Toolboxes with contents. Nice couple of fans and a nice big heavy industrial planet lamp. There's Mary and Jesus. And I think we've put that picture of Mary and Jesus with a couple of rifle cases. Box of dolls, there's some great stuff in there. Toys and stuff. Group of pictures. What else have we got? Horse sort of apparatus and gear. Big group lot of household modern stuff. Big lot of cassettes and CDs and tapes. Sort of householdy gear. It's a cool little lot of signed footy stuff. Signed by Bob Skilton, Ian Stewart, Jakovich, and who's that? Scott Camporelli, Peter Hudson. Some good bits there. Nice a lot of sort of Oz pottery stoneware. Some 80s prints, a couple of ones that are signed by Charles Billich of Melbourne. Good lot of sort of stereo gear, including the Newmark turntable. Really like this little sort of kids trolley pull-along sleigh thing. I think it's the What's It Worth for this week. It's a great little bit. Nice oil painting by David Jack. I like this big modern sort of Scandinavian style sideboard. Got some good books and ephemera and stuff, and all this aluminium ware. A lot of it signed. And you got Don Shield gear in amongst. Motor racing stuff. Carpentry and woodwork sort of books. Some nice old door plates and surrounds and sort of crystal handles and stuff in this little lot. There's a great little rubber stamp set here with all the trays full of stamps. More interesting lots of books. Machinists, workshop practice. Sort of cards in their point of sale boxes. A couple of nice clocks, good little lot of modern sort of designer gear. Some boats. Some carved masks and stuff. Good little lot of china and ceramics. A lot of Australiana. More Bakelite sort of deco door hardware. There's a lovely lady's wedding dress all down there. That's the photograph of the dress being worn. Boxes of stuff. Yamaha twin cassette deck with a nice Sansui automatic turntable. Good little group of gear up the top. Oz pottery and other gear in amongst. Some knives. Nice little radio. Sort of blokey gear. Some ephemera. More Art Deco Bakelite door handles and stuff. A little Olivetti typewriter. What else have we got? Big group of pictures here. A few original sort of pastels and watercolours and stuff in amongst. How's this friggin' thing? Wolf bar, the big LED light window. It is massive. It's about 7 foot long. It's in great condition. Really cool thing. I like this little sort of modern Scandinavian style table. It's got this underneath, which you'd either put a couple of bottles of wine in, or maybe a gun or something if you're using the table to play poker. Alright, lamps, a really nice set of fly fishing rods, all on their original stand. They've all been made by someone. We've got the details in the catalogue. I've just forgotten off the top of my scone. We've got some nice pictures this week as well. Lovely little watercolour by Peter Boosfield. Sydney artist, studied under Julian Ashton. So Sri Lanka or Ceylon. A lovely little bit by Frank Matsayas. So I think it's called Light and Shade. What else have we got? Like this Naylor Gill bushfire oil painting. This is a bloody ripper. It's hard to sort of show you it. You've got to see it in the flesh. It's a really nice thing. The sort of fire coming sort of from the right hand side through to the fence line. This sign lower left. This is a ripper, Clifford Dudley wood watercolour. A really nice thing, 1945 it's dated. It reminds me of sort of Tristram or Hilda or one of those blotting paper school guys. Bloody nice bit. Some other good pictures that didn't quite get there last week as well. There's still a couple of Tim Storiers in the sale this week. What else have we got? Kind of like these. They're a bit of fun. Who's the artist? I think it's Wendy Hunter. Don't know much about her, but this one is Wandering Wilma. And that's her, Wandering. This one's Rambling Ralph or someone. Who is it? Yep, Rambling Ralph. There he is. Rambling through the bush. These are just good fun things. Thinking 1990s, something like that. Just decorative, but good fun. Alright, nice blue Mixmaster. Some gullies. A lot of Australian pottery. There's some good little bits in amongst here. It's quite unusual for Dyson. It's a nice little Thelma Irvine dish there, little interior seat. She's Greg Irvine's mother. There you go. I think a couple of the bits have got little chips out of them and stuff, and I'm probably bloody making that one worse at the moment. But anyway, more boats and a pretty cool little tricorn hat. What else? Herbie. Pair of sort of Doc Martin style boots with a ice hockey jersey. Fantastic retro 1970s green expandable lamp. These are boxes of trading cards. Great little used car feature finder book. Tells you all about the 1935 Chevrolet Coachmaster. What engine's in it, what the sales features are, what the prices and the specs are. What a good little thing. Half safe across the Atlantic by Jeep. Sounds like a bit of fun. Some HO gauge train gear. Good little lot of records. Another train set. Boxes of baseball cards. Motoring gear. Lovely Art Deco Bakelite light fitting. This is a nice big box of old cabinet photos and things like that. Some nice Art Deco lights. What else have we got? Blokey gear, toys, torpedo bottle, motoring stuff, comics, Earl Bailey, I think he's Canadian woodcut or lino cut prints. These are more comics, all Wild West, Kid Cold Outlaw, Two Gun Kid and all that sort of stuff. More train gear. These are all footy cards. Thomas the Tank Engine sort of rolling stock in their boxes. Ebony Dragon, World Time Clocks. More cards, more trains. Battle action comics and World War II sort of stuff. Ninja Turtle cards. It's a great little bit advancement of transportation. GMH for General Motors Holden. Great little cup. Some lovely flying aces and early sort of aircraft magazines. He's pretty cool. The carved sort of African devil man. Interesting little lino cut. Some terracotta wall masks and things. A couple of nice sticks and a couple of nice hats. Victorian terracotta door pushers. More comics, some West German. Nice little lot here of more sort of doorbells and brass things like that. Little lights cute on the bracket with the jar over the back. Deco slip light shades. Awaji. 1930s green depression glass. AP crystal, more Awaji. Scales. Another great little retro 70s lamp in its original box. Another nice Deco Bakelite light fitting. You got the set of 3 Mrs. Potts irons there. What else have we got? Some little, these are all little felt pennants and things. Scientific thing. Another one. And a voltmeter. Another great box lot of comics. What else have we got? Photographs. This is a good little lot here of sort of bushels and other sort of ephemera and bits and bobs. I love this Merry Thought cat. Look at it. It's sort of, I don't know, I think someone came in before and he said it looks like it's come from the pet cemetery. So sort of knackered, it's ace really. Buying guide for the primary producer. Interesting little catalogue. Old doll. Cigarette tins and packages. Some Art Deco door hardware. This is a rip of the big Dunlop tyre ashtray. Some lovely photographs. Some boxed toys. A couple of books on spoons. Alright, into the last 2 cabinets. I know I've been rambling on a bit. These are nice Deco shades. Boxing magazines. Beatles. Fantastic original Art Deco Bakelite hairdryer in its box. Box is fantastic. Glass, Victorian, 3 Dalton cabinet plates, all Australian themed, more comics, pretty china. These are nice. I like the little sort of coat hook there, the girl with the little cat dish as well. Art glass, big Tonka cement mixers ripper. This one glows under a UV light, all Japanese ceramics, unmarked Wedgwood. This is a lovely bit of Copeland Spode. And this little lot here is nice and early, all hand-painted Victorian cups and saucers. Tribal, babushkas, Victorian, table tennis set. Nice lot of deco shades. Nice group lot of 1930s English ceramics there. Japanese World War II water bottle. Nice little Chandler's catalogue. This is a lovely old poster. Cool old sort of tin game, sort of dartboard or whatever. Lovely Victorian writing box. Absolute pisser of a bit, that is, if you pardon the French. It's all there, it's complete. Ripper. More comics. This is a great little book, all from receipts from Delford Knitwear, Station Street, South Yarra, or number 2 Darling Street, South Yarra. I think that's bloody where Christie's used to be, isn't it? This is a nice Italian glass bird, Italian Botossi ceramics. This is one of the craziest bits I've seen for ages in here. Funeral Register, Presbyterian, R.L. Russell it says on the top. And if you open it up, 28th of December 1943, Flight Sergeant, I think it's L.E. Ryle, Funeral Botley Regional Cemetery in Oxford, Section 1-2, the grave is numbered 127. The mother, the letter was written to the mother on the 29th of December 1943, to his mother letting her know that he's passed. On the other opposite side it says reply received 4th of August 44, so she did reply thanking him for his letter. It's an amazing book. It's full of mainly Australian pilots that passed away in World War II, but there are some soldiers in here as well. Flight Sergeant, Sergeant. I did notice that one of them had won the DFC. This is a bloody pretty amazing book. Pretty amazing thing. Okay, what else have we got? The big milk bar jar over the back's a ripper. The lid sort of fits, but it doesn't quite. Lovely little bit of Clisson. It's a shame it's missing the lid. You got Gordon from Thomas the Tank Engine, and you got James up here as well. South Road enamelled sign is a cracker. A little Marisan, I think it is. Submarine's a ripper. Great little BOAC jet tin toy. What else we got? Little Bonzo dog over the back. Some interesting postcards. These are nice. They're little glasses. ACI Olympic Year Ball 1956. Main stadium, Melbourne Cricket Ground, accommodation 120,000 people. So there's 3 of the same size of those, and there's one there that's a little bit bigger. But they're quite interesting. Good little radiator cap. Really nice Copeland Spide. Fantastic Caulfield Park Footy Club team photo from 1935. The Daylube Aviation Motor Oil bottle is a cracker. Like that bit of blue glass, silver overlay. She's beautifully Art Deco clock. Nice little bit of Fowler wear. Like the Grimwade's Maori Land plate. Beautiful Art Deco lampshade. Fantastic little Shuko yes and no bellhop monkey. They're nice too, little ivory opera glasses. That'll do, guys. I could talk shit for another half an hour, you know what I'm like. But that will do. It's another great sale this week. Hopefully we see you on Thursday night.